Huey Long. He's who we're going to talk about today. He was a very controversial governor and senator from Louisiana back in the 1930s. In a basic sense, Huey is just like Bernie Sanders, just more autocratic, southern, and from the 1930s. Huey's platform included slogans such as, "Share our wealth," and "Every man a king, but no one wears a crown." So, he was just a communist? Actually, no. He was actually very staunchly anti-communist, and in fact believed, and I quote, "My Share Our Wealth program is the only defense this country's got against communism." Because apparently if his reforms went through, all the communists would just pack up their bags and be like, "Hey, this capitalism stuff is pretty good." Also, to see why he reminded some of Bernie, here's him giving a speech in 1934.
According to the tables which we have assembled, it is our estimate that 4% of the American people own 85% of the wealth of America, and that over 70% of the people of America don't own enough to pay the debts that they owe.
I think that accent is why he's our Kaiserreich's way through. You're probably wondering what made people think he was autocratic, though. Well, within a year of being voted into office as governor of Louisiana, the state House of Representatives tried to impeach him with 19 allegations against him, ranging from bribery to deporting himself scandalously at a New Orleans studio party. While the impeachment failed, it did set a tense atmosphere. Another story of Long kinda being a dick was when LSU wanted to build new dormitories in 1934. After asking the state for funding, Long said they needed to expand their football stadium instead. They tried to argue with Long, but they soon realized Long was kind of a maniac, had to have everything his way. So after realizing that Long wouldn't budge, LSU's president did end up expanding the stadium. But then he built dorms inside of the stadium. They stopped using the dorms by the 90s for obvious reasons. Despite the amount of people that hated him, Huey still aspired for the presidency and even had a chance of winning the position. But then on September 8th, 1935, he was killed by Carl Weiss, who popped out from behind a pillar in the state capitol and shot him. Even Cornelius Chapman couldn't save Huey.
And in 1935, our honoree took a bullet for Huey Long.
Every man a king, every man a king, for you can be a millionaire. But there's something belonging to others, there's enough for all people to share. When it's sunny June and December too, or in the winter time or spring,